Hello everyone, and welcome to Module 3. My name is Harrison. I use he, him pronouns. I'm a green space specialist with Friends of Trees, and today I'll be chatting with you and answering two questions. What does a crew leader do? And what does a day as a crew leader look like? We will wrap up the training with some exploration of some dynamics that can come up while working with volunteers in this role. So let us begin. What is a planting crew leader? What a crew leader does. Crew leaders will sign up for at least 4 events with our volunteer and outreach team in the beginning of the season. Your first season, you will be an assistant crew leader, which means you will be paired with the crew leader with more event experience as you learn the ropes. Then you get your feet on the ground and get to visit some really beautiful places while also facilitating a positive experience for general volunteers. Many general volunteers are volunteering or visiting any given planting location for the first time, so the opportunity to act as a guide is all the more important. The crew leader is a teacher, providing knowledge and know-how. They will need to teach and show general volunteers how to plant various stocks of plants in a way to best ensure their survival. Safety. Crew leaders make sure their crew is safe and works close by to be there if the need arises. During planting season, crew leaders will talk about tool safety for the trail breaker, the bare root shovel, and the hand pruners. During tree care season, crew leaders will talk about tool safety for the pitchfork, rake, and spade shovel. With the trail breaker, it is important to emphasize that we sharpen these tools and that we only use the curved portion of the metal head. It is important to have a wide stance when using this tool and to let the inertia of our swings go between our legs, as the tool will cause injury if it hits your legs. It is important to not make big swings or to use this tool in the same fashion as a hoe. With the bare root shovel, it is important to send the shovel blade into the ground a little at a time, wiggling the shovel back and forth as you put it deeper into the ground. Otherwise, the tool can break. Remind general volunteers to always keep the blade of the shovel below their waist when carrying. In terms of pruners, as well as other tools, remember to keep blades and hands apart. Overall, it is important to not only explain, but to demonstrate the proper use of these tools. Please encourage water breaks and check in with volunteers about how their experience is going. Should an emergency arise, please call the event lead's phone number that will be listed on the bottom of your crew leader instructions. Make sure to take note of how people are prepared for the event. Everyone should have on closed-toed shoes and gloves. We also ask that you help remind general volunteers to wear a mask for the entirety of the event. If you need assistance in communicating with the volunteer or have any other questions or concerns, please find a Friends of Trees staff member to assist. Fun! Once people are prepared, it's time to have fun. Thank you for bringing your own personality to Friends of Trees events and helping others to feel energized to plant trees and shrubs. Crew leaders help create a container for the general volunteer experience, allowing people to connect with each other and get support when needed. This involves thinking of icebreaker questions, helping people know what to expect, and connecting with and checking on your crew members throughout the event. Trying your best. Supporting your crew and trying their best makes for a more rewarding planting experience overall. Thank you for doing your best to support an inclusive crew in which general volunteers feel encouraged to grow during their time with Friends of Trees. Ask your crew members if they have any questions throughout the event and offer tasks in order for the crew to keep momentum. As a crew leader, it is important to prioritize quality control throughout the event. This looks like having volunteers show you how they planted their first plant, doing the tug test on plants to ensure they are planted snugly, and if it applies to the site, making sure that all plants are taped with biodegradable orange tape. If you're unsure of anything, feel free to call Friends of Trees planting team. You are the link between your crew and the Friends of Trees staff. Look for the purple vests if you need assistance. We believe in you. Now on to part 2 of this module, a day in the life of a planting crew leader, where we will walk step by step through what an event day will look like and how exactly to prepare. One week before every event, you will receive an email titled Crew Leader Memo from a Friends of Trees staff member that highlights event and site logistics. Please respond to Friends of Trees staff via email to confirm your attendance and to ask any questions that might have arisen. Remember to look at weather conditions and dress comfortably for the day. Make sure to identify meeting time because sometimes there is a walk into the site that can take up to 15 minutes. What to wear? Layers are key. Remember to pack your rain jacket just in case, and always wear closed-toed shoes or boots. A beanie will help keep you warm, and a hat will help keep the sun and rain out of your eyes. Other important items to bring include a water bottle, a snack or lunch, and a change of clothes if the weather gets messy. Event day, the day we have anticipated and prepared for. Now the fun can begin. On event day, arrive on time to gather crew leader instructions, planting assignment, vest, and pruners. Arrival time will be either at 8:15 or 9:15 a.m., depending on the event. Coffee and snacks will be provided, and you get first pick. A restroom or porta potty will be provided on site, so take a moment to identify where that is so you can pass that information to your crew. Your planting assignment will reveal the assignment color and symbol for your crew. This color will dictate what color vest you pick up and how the general volunteers assigned to you will be able to find you based on the color and symbol on their name tags. Crew Leader Huddle. Review the information for the day, have refreshments, and depart for the Crew Leader site walk and huddle with Friends of Trees staff. We will typically depart for the planting site walk around 8:30 or 9:30 a.m. depending on the event, and we will discuss introductions, site logistics, safety, and run a demonstration planting together. Once done, we will return to the meeting location and anticipate the arrival of volunteers, which should happen by 9 or 10 a.m. depending on the event. Shortly after events start, introductions and announcements will be given by Friends of Trees staff. At the end of announcements, Friends of Trees staff will ask crew leaders to hold up a color-coded card, also called an ecosystem card, and volunteers will connect the visual code and symbol written on that card to their own name tags and approach you. At this point, you will lead your crew to circle up around your crew's tools and initiate an introduction circle. This is a great time to learn one another's names, stretch, ask a fun question, and talk about goals for the day. Please make sure to show your crew members how to plant and use tools safely. After this, ask general volunteers to plant one on their own and ask you for their feedback on how it was planted. Provide planting support and quality control throughout the event, all the while looking for opportunities to connect with your crew members. Around 12:30 p.m., Friends of Trees staff will initiate the end of the event. At this time, we will need your support in facilitating tool cleanup with volunteers as well as truck loading with staff. Once truck loading is complete, we share any reflections and goodbyes, and the cycle begins again. Working with volunteers. The way in which we engage people is important. It could be the difference between someone having an affirming and fun experience versus someone having a damaging experience at Friends of Trees events. Let us take a deeper look at the systems that impact our varying identities and walks of life, while centering race as our lens. Systems of power are always at play in our day-to-day, and Friends of Trees events are no exception. Historical context often goes unacknowledged, and there are many dynamics that are below the surface, operating currents that affect all of us. Here you see an image generated to highlight how life trajectory and outcomes in the United States continue to be dictated by the color of one's skin via various policy, systems, and inequitable distribution of community resources. People with varying identities experience the world in differing ways. It is important for us to find the intersections of privilege and oppression in our own lives in order to build bridges and experience one another with more understanding and compassion. Let's dig into a couple definitions. As I shared in a previous slide, power dynamics are at play in our day-to-day lives, acting both visibly as well as under the surface. Power dynamics mean the science of power negotiation among people and groups, as well as the ability to acquire social status and influence, recruit, or bend others to one's own will on the way to reaching certain goals. Unconscious bias means opinions and social stereotypes formed about certain groups of people formed outside of one's own conscious awareness. Everyone holds unconscious beliefs about various social and identity groups, and these biases stem from one's tendency to organize social worlds by categorizing. Some categories where this applies include gender, race, age, knowledge, and leadership. Listed here are some examples of ways that identity dynamics have come into play at Friends of Trees events. Invasive or limiting commentary can be something that certain identity groups face to a great degree. When we recognize that words matter, we can direct our language to empower others rather than unknowingly disempowering others. Here's a list of techniques that can be used to interrupt problematic language at Friends of Trees events. Different techniques are used at different times for varying reasons, but one that I personally like to fall back on is sharing your own process. It allows me to be vulnerable about my experience with the person I am speaking to, while also sharing what I have learned from others in my own journey. Please let us know how you experience Friends of Trees events. You are the connection between Friends of Trees staff and general volunteers. At the completion of every event, crew leaders will receive a thank you email with an anonymous survey link attached within. Take a moment to provide your feedback so we can better understand what is working well and what we could give more attention to at our events. Friends of Trees staff are here to team up with you and support you in your journey as a crew leader. Let us know any questions or resources we can provide to improve your experience at any time. Thank you for joining Module 3. Please be sure to complete the review on the Crew Leader Training portal after this so we can know that you attended this training. Have a great day.